Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Valerie A Keim, in case any of you are new here. Today's video has been a very requested one and I am so excited to do it. Me and my sister-in-law Dorcas are going to be doing a cooking video, and we did another one last year I believe, so I will link that one up here for you guys. It's gonna be super fun today. We're gonna be doing some breakfast foods. Last time we did like a supper, a dinner, and today we're going to be doing some fun breakfast things. I believe we're gonna be doing like step-by-step cinnamon rolls. Little me has never made cinnamon rolls. Dorcas is a pro. So we are going to, she's gonna be showing us step by step how to do cinnamon rolls, and we're gonna do some fun things like that. So I cannot wait to get into this video, so I'm not even gonna waste that much time on my intro. Let's get started.
Howdy, howdy.
Look who we found. Okay, so I am here in Dorcas's lovely kitchen, and like I said earlier, we're going to be making cinnamon rolls. I believe we're also doing a breakfast casserole. We're gonna be doing a fun little like spritzer drink, kind of like a punch type of thing, more of a spritzer I guess. And we're also gonna be doing some little fun breakfast ideas for kids. So that's gonna be super fun. We're getting all of our stuff out right here. Here is Dorcas herself.
Hi guys.
This is gonna be so fun. I'm so excited for this video.
Good morning guys. So we're going to be doing cinnamon rolls like Valerie said today, and I love a good cinnamon roll. And I also have been obsessed lately with espresso, and so I decided, why don't we try putting some espresso in the dough and also doing a maple espresso frosting on top. And guys, it is so good.
It even just sounds amazing.
It really is. A lot of cinnamon rolls, people can think they're really intimidating to make, and yeah, they maybe are because you are using something with yeast and it's, you know, like a process or whatever, but they're actually not hard to do. So I first thought we're gonna show you how to do the yeast mixture, which is where you're letting your yeast activate. This is the kind of yeast I use. You're just wanting an instant yeast. You can find these at Walmart, any grocery stores, but this is what I am using. So you take 2 cups of warm water, and you're gonna take 2 tablespoons of white sugar, and then you're taking your yeast. It's a 1/4 cup. This batch has a lot of yeast in it. Don't freak out, it's normal.
Yeah, that's my first thought. I was like, a 1/4 cup?
I know, it's like, what are we doing wrong already? And then you're just gonna mix it. I don't like completely mix it all the way, but I just do it a little bit to get that sugar and yeast dissolving together. And I'll show you in a little bit how it just starts to get a foam top. And then that's your way of knowing that your yeast is working and you're gonna have a beautiful dough. Okay, so for the next step, we're going to be creaming our butter and sugar and eggs together, and you're gonna use your wire whisk, and you're gonna take your butter, and you're gonna have it soften. You don't want it completely melted. And a cup of white sugar. And then you're gonna beat that just until it's combined. And then you're gonna do 1 egg at a time and beat just a little bit after each one. And then you're just going to scrape the sides. And then after we add the yeast mixture, we're gonna be switching our paddles to a dough hook. Okay, so now we're adding the vanilla, the salt, and the best part, this is freshly brewed espresso. And it's 3 tablespoons. So we're ready for the yeast.
Pretty fascinating.
There you go. And that's how you know your yeast is working. You're gonna wanna see it get that foam top on it. And there's gonna be little bubbles in it. So now that we got all of that combined, we're gonna take out this one and we are gonna switch it with the dough hook. So the recipe calls for 8.5 cups of flour. And also, this is just a personal preference. My mom had also told me that oxidant flour makes for a softer dough instead of all-purpose. So if you have the access to oxidant, I highly recommend that. But what I do is, so it calls for 8.5 cups of flour. I never dump it all at one time. You do like 1 cup at a time and you watch it work. And sometimes with any dough, honestly, Sometimes you'll need a cup less or a cup more or 2 cups more. You'll be able to tell by how your dough looks, and I'll show you that in a little bit, but yeah. So you see how it is coming from the bottom, it's pulling up. That's a really good sign. The edges are still a little dirty and it's a little sticky still. So we're at 8 cups of flour, so it's probably gonna be about right on. We're gonna add another ½ cup and see how it is. But your cinnamon roll dough will be a little sticky sometimes, and that's okay. You'll be using flour or spray to roll it out. See how the bowl is all cleaned? That's what I really like, and it's not too sticky to mess with. So then you're gonna take a decent sized bowl and you're gonna spray it.
So satisfying.
There you go. And then if you have a tea towel or something light, you're just gonna put it over it. I always like to have my stuff raised by the oven because well, usually I have my oven on. If not, I'll sometimes turn it on. We're gonna be cooking over here though in a little bit, but we're just gonna set it over here by some warmth.
So while our dough is rising, we're gonna get started on our breakfast casserole. I'm gonna start frying some sausage and we're gonna do some stuff like that.
We're gonna fry some shredded hash browns. Guys, this casserole is seriously so good. So obviously me and Valerie are sisters because our husbands are brothers. In the family, ever since I've known Brandon, he grew up with this casserole. And I love it because I hate eggs. Like, I'm not an egg person, and guess what? There's no eggs in it. The base of it is croissant rolls. I mean, how do you not love croissant rolls? Pretty sure if I would have been a food form, I would have been like a can of biscuits or something. Nice and layered. But anyways, you do this, you take croissants, you put it on the bottom, and then you bake it for like just till they're golden brown. In the meantime, you fry up some hash browns, shredded hash browns, and sausage. You do a layer of hash browns, a layer of sausage, and a layer of biscuits or like gravy. You do fresh shredded cheese on top, and it is seriously so good. Overall, it's really easy to make. So there's 2 kinds of people. One that loves when you hear this thing pop, and the other one that it like freaks them out. I like lots of croissants on the bottom. You kind of want to make almost like a, what would you call that?
A bowl or something?
Oh, yeah. So you kind of want it to go a little bit higher around. Probably 2 cans is going to be a little bit too much, but 1 can won't be quite enough. So what I have done is I just make another little pan then, because you'll have leftovers of everything else. And it's just kind of like a puzzle piece. You just kind of piece it together. Okay, then you're gonna preheat your oven to 350. Once it's preheated, you're gonna bake it just till it's golden brown. This casserole will be going back into the oven, obviously. So it's okay if it's not like completely all the way done, but you at least want the majority of it.
I'm gonna have Dorcas show you the gravy, making the gravy, because I don't know why. For some reason, I hate making gravy. It's kind of, you have to like stir it all the time and don't let it stick. And my mom always kind of panicked whenever we made it. Not really panicked. So it always kind of stressed me out, and so I don't like making it. So I'm gonna have her show you.
Brandon still panics when I make gravy, guys. He thinks I like don't give it enough time, and he is an amazing gravy maker, I will just say that. Okay, so I don't really have measurements. I thought I would try to kind of just see. So we did 2 pounds of sausage. We are big meat eaters. So we reserved a bowl of sausage out for the bottom of the casserole. And then you're just gonna turn your burner way down, and you're gonna put some flour in it. I'm gonna say probably, and this is to thicken the gravy, I'm gonna do 3 tablespoons. And you just mix it, and you kind of can see like a little bit of a coat on the flour, or of the sausage, I'm sorry. You will have times where you didn't put enough in. I've had that happen. So all you do is you take some milk and you put it in a container, and you take like a tablespoon of flour and you stir it really, really good to get all the clumps out of it. And then you dump it in your flour mixture. And now we're just gonna add milk. You're just gonna have it on low, and you're gonna stir. And this process can take a little while, like Valerie said. You just have to be patient with it. I'll turn it up a little bit too, like anywhere between 2 and 4. And you just constantly stir it, and over time it will thicken, and I always season it with salt and pepper. And yeah, that's it for the gravy. It did get a little, it wasn't quite thick enough, so I took a little bit of warm water, 2 more tablespoons of flour, mix it, dissolved it, and now I'm just gonna go put it right in there, and hopefully it'll work its little magic and start thickening.
Something I wanted to mention is I had to give my sister-in-law Dorcas a shout out because she just started an Instagram page, and I think actually we talked about it on our husband and wife Q&A. So it's called Homemade for Hosting, and like, look at this. She's getting all her stuff out. She's getting ready to like make a reel for Instagram. So if you want to give her a checkout, so if you want to check her out on Instagram, that would be great. She's doing like a bunch of like recipes. She's got a website. I can link her website down below, and she's going to be doing a lot of tips, hosting tips and recipes and how-tos and just really fun kitchen stuff like that. She loves being in the kitchen. So go follow her on Instagram, Homemade for Hosting. Awkward angle, but I'm just gonna talk to you like this. I was just telling Dorcas that I love cooking breakfast. I don't really like cooking, but breakfast foods and baking is what I like the most. So really this video is perfect for me because we're doing breakfast and baking cinnamon rolls. So what I'm about to do is I found a really fun like spritzer drink on Pinterest. So I will be able to link the recipe. I think actually we can put all of these recipes in the description box. So I'll link the recipe, but I'm gonna start on our spritzer drink. It's just a really fun drink for like, if you wanna host a brunch or something like that, but we're gonna do that real quick. See if it's good. Ooh, good. This is actually really good. I ended up using Sprite instead of club soda because this feels so bright right now. I ended up using the Sprite instead of the club soda because they were out of club soda. But I honestly, so I guess if you'd want it less sweet, you would use the club soda. But it's actually really good with Sprites. You should try it. I love punches like that.
It is. It's like actually not too, but it's not too sweet. I don't think I would do the club soda.
I don't think either because I think it's still like,
it's good.
Not even as sweet as what I like usually. But.
I see you, girl. We had leftover of the casserole, so we put it in a dish, and
I've been munching on it ever since.
But yeah, it's really good. It's definitely not too sweet, and it's very like refreshing, I would say. Cheers.
Our dough has been rising for how long?
About an hour and a half.
Or so? Okay. And we're getting ready to shape our cinnamon rolls.
So I don't ever use a measurement on the butter. This is just to help, well, for the gooiness and stuff, but to also make it, your cinnamon sugar and stuff, your brown sugar stick. And then when you're rolling, you want to try to make it as tight as you can so your rolls don't fall apart. And then I like to just pinch, if you can, just pinch the seams together. With that, I don't ever like end pieces, so I always take one pan. You're gonna spray your pan. And I like to put the end pieces, the little lonely guys, in the end.
So our cinnamon rolls are getting ready to go in the oven soon. We're gonna make our icing and stuff. But while we're waiting on some of that stuff, I had this really cute idea about, like, I saw it on Pinterest, so it's really not original to me, but a really cute idea about like breakfasts for kids, like to make it fun for them, and they're so adorable. I'm going to make some of those and show that to you. So let's do it. So our cinnamon rolls have risen and they are filling the pans quite nicely. Oh, those look beautiful. Look at these things. I mean, they take rising very seriously. Gonna taste this.
Which one did you try?
This one.
The maple?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was really good.
That is so good.
And we wish you guys could be here enjoying it with us. Yeah, you can't go wrong with homemade cinnamon rolls, guys.
I bet I could.
Here we go. Oh, look at that drip.
Alright, that pretty much wraps up this video. We did our breakfast casserole, cinnamon rolls, our spritzer drink, and our fun breakfast ideas for kids. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope it kind of met your expectations. Don't forget to check out Dorcas's food page, Homemade for Hosting, on Instagram. I'm gonna sign off right now. Tell us
guys.
See ya. Yeah, don't forget to like this video if you enjoyed it and hit the subscribe button. I would love that. I would love to have you stick around, and we will see you very soon in my next video on Wednesday. Bye.